My name is Lynn Fasoli, and I've been working at Bachelor for about 10 years. And I've recently retired, but I'm back as an adjunct staff member. So I currently supervise students, and I'm also doing a small research project with Bachelor. As you can hear, I'm not originally from Australia. I come from Massachusetts, and I've been in Australia working and researching for about 40 years. I'm supervising Rebecca Farmer, and she's working she's doing a master's degree, and she's looking at remote Aboriginal families' perspectives on the early childhood services that their children have access to in the remote communities in the Northern Territory. So she's working out in Northeast Arnhem Land, and she's looking at doing a narrative inquiry with a critical theory approach, and wants to disrupt the deficit approach that permeates a lot of programs that are offered for young children. So she's getting an Aboriginal perspective, which really isn't there at the moment. So she's doing important work. And she's also a non-Aboriginal staff member, because staff members at Bachelor Institute also do some work at Bachelor. The other candidate that I'm working with is Robin Ober, who is a former colleague and a friend, and now she's a PhD candidate. Robin Ober is working with Aboriginal English-speaking students and looking at how they bring their Aboriginal English to their studies in this unique, both ways, teaching and learning context. If I had to characterize the relationship between supervisors and candidates at Bachelor Institute, it would be one of a mutual mentoring style, and especially where, for instance, myself as a non-Aboriginal person, I bring a Western perspective and orientation, because that's my background, that's my training. But I also come with an inquiring attitude and focus, because the candidates that I work with bring their own Aboriginal worldviews and thoughts and experiences to their studies. So it's very much a mutual learning experience and journey that we take together. At Bachelor Institute, we always have more than one supervisor, and so we have a panel approach to supervision, and we aim to have 3. They may not all come from Bachelor Institute, because we recruit people from other institutions for their expertise, so that we can support the student or the candidate as well as possible, and we always have an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander supervisor on the panel. I think probably the most important thing about supporting a candidate through this fairly arduous and long journey that they're on is to meet as regularly as possible. So we have a goal of meeting every fortnight, and that might be by phone or Skype or in person, whichever is suitable for the candidate. And the other important element is that each meeting has a goal, has an expectation, has a focus. So whether it's just writing one paragraph or reading an article or thinking about something, there's always a focus to those meetings so that progress is made. And that really keeps the momentum going. Probably the most important thing when you start your master's or your PhD is to choose to explore something you're already interested in, that you've been gnawing on for a long time, something that's been in your mind, something you've had a gut instinct about, something that you care about. Because if you care about it, it'll sustain you for that fairly long journey. The main benefit of completing your degree at Bachelor Institute is that you end up feeling a confidence that grows and grows. There's nothing more powerful than to see the change that comes over a candidate as they progress through this journey, because they demonstrate to themselves and to everyone else just how capable they are. And they're given that support at Bachelor to enable them to do that. when you get a postgrad qualification, a master's or a PhD, by research, you're actually being prepared as a researcher in the future. So you're able to bring the skills you gain through learning how to do research in your own research degree to bear on research problems and issues and interests in your life, whatever that life is that you're going back to. It is a fine preparation for inquiring into the future about any topic that you're keen to investigate.